My name is Wilbert Bryant, and I'm a independent steward of 300 plus acres of our farmland and managing a diverse operation that spans timber management, cattle stalker operation, and intensive vegetable production. I am farming because this is where God wants me to provide food, good, nutritious food back to the community. I had started off as a kid here on the farm, and after a lengthy military career, I retired and came back to complete my service to the community here in Oak City and Hobgood, North Carolina. My dad had knew a family that basically they inherited some land from their parents, and the sibling could not get along. So my dad introduced them to me and said, why not sell it, and then you won't have to have that problem. So therefore, that's when all the pieces that started putting together fell into places. And from that moment, I brought the very first tract across the street, and from there, God just allowed me to continue to multiply the land. When I got back here, there were so many things I could do, and I had to really decide what do I really want to do. So in the meantime, I leased the row crop out, corn, wheat, soybean, and that allowed me some time to focus on the vegetable because I wanted to hone my skills. And so I did that for a couple of years just to make sure, hey, do I really like doing this, and learn more in the process. In a sense, really, I've been farming all my life, but initially really got down into it. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. Basically started by like roadside sales, and as I got better, and I guess as my name got more out there, then wholesalers came to me and asked to produce them some vegetables. So that's how I got started, and I've been going from there. I want to leave the land in better condition than when I purchased it. So therefore, I'm always thinking about having high quality soil and sustainability. I decided to go organic for several reasons. One, I was already growing things organic anyway, but having the certification, it also allowed to open more market for me, through wholesale, dealers, and institutional organization. Therefore, hey, why not do the organic? I learned about Carolina Farm Steward through their technical assistant program. I think I may have found it out through some newsletters or something on the internet or something, and I said, well, this might be an interesting conference to go to, and I went, and it was much better than I thought. I go to the Sustainable Ag Conference as often as I can, as much chance as I get, because I get to meet a lot of good people there and a lot of resources that have been helping me. Going into the high tunnel environment, again, CFSA also provide the assistance in helping me to be able to meet the vendors, to pick out a good reputable vendor, and to put it up and everything. The whole step along the way, CSFA has been very there for me. Joe Rowland. Joe is a initiative coordinator, but not only that, he actually has an organic farmer himself. So Joe had provided that peer-to-peer counseling, which helped me with the soil management, the pest management, and the no-till solution. That's where Joe had been a tremendous help for me, because he'd been with me every step along the way for that 3-year transition period. The drought has been a very big problem. In the high tunnel, you can control the water aspects. So the volume of good quality is going to increase. Mine had increased at least about 40 to 60%. Some of the challenges and hurdles that I have to overcome was the paperwork. The paperwork, the documentation, that is the biggest hurdle you have to face, because it's very challenging to maintain all the paperwork and to know what record keeping to keep. with Joe's help, that's how I was able to maintain the paperwork and knowing what paperwork to maintain. Definitely, I made way less mistake working with Joe because he definitely shortened the learning curve, and which means saved me a lot of money from doing things incorrectly, which would cost. In this area, no one really does organic here. Everyone do conventional. The regular row crop is the dominant method here because they've never been introduced to it, and that's probably the main reason. They don't know how to get into it or just never done something out of their comfort zone. I would like the forestry and the cattle stock operation to go organic. Right now, I have 2 high tunnels and I want to focus on that area to ensure I have it right, done right, correctly. Then if it all goes well, that will give me the opportunity to transition the other aspects into organic. I'm telling you, Joe has been so excellent in helping me in this endeavor. I probably couldn't have done it without him. So that's how it all came together.